back in the day, West Morley House, which is one of our houses, was the only building at the time on Harvard's campus that had electricity. So it lit up at night, which is why it was called the Gold Coast. We still go with that name today, even though, you know, obviously we all do have electricity.
So Harvard's housing system is really unique, and it's one of my favorite things about Harvard.
So at Harvard, when you're a first year, you live in the Yard, which is at the center of campus and is very close to all the classroom buildings and all of the other first year students. And in the spring of your first year, there's this big day called Housing Day, where you get sorted into one of the 12 upperclassmen houses.
So the Harvard housing system is entirely random. And basically going into your sophomore year, you form a blocking group of up to 8 people that you're guaranteed to be in the same house as.
When we found out we got Dunster, we were actually really excited, and I have like really vivid memories of the rest of the day. We got a lot of cool merch. It was just a really fun day where we got to, you know, really be welcomed into the community where we were going to be spending the rest of our time at Harvard.
We recently renovated what's called F Hutch, which is one of the towers. It is a game room now. It's got air hockey, it's got video games, a ginormous TV, it's got some like old school games as well. It's a great hangout space.
Adams House is the best house. The tunnels connect 3 buildings in Adams. They are painted by seniors who graduate each year. And essentially, it's literally a museum of the history of the students who lived in Adams House.
Abbott has the aquarium. There aren't any fish, but it is a party space that you can basically book out to, you know, throw a party that's inclusive, and it's a really nice place to go and hang out because there are couches and there's like a dance floor and there are speakers and music.
I think one thing about Dunster that's really cool is I think it's objectively like the prettiest house. Like all of the brochures from the admissions office like all have Dunster, and there's that one shot that you get of Dunster and you get Weeks Bridge, and it's very nice and it's pretty, and the colors, like the red and the gold backdrop, it really like makes it pop, and I feel like that is just an objective marker that Dunster is the best house. One of the misconceptions that people have about the housing system is that when you're sorted into a house with your blocking group, you have to be attached to them the whole time. And I think actually what I realized after getting into a house is that you have the entire house at your disposal.
We have community tables. No laptops are allowed. It's just you sit there, whoever you want to meet, whoever you want to speak to or eat with, you go there, and it's always a good time.
I think another great way to make friends in the house is by joining IMs, intramurals. So those are inter-house competitions that are normally sports-based, although they also have video game competitions, trivia competitions, if sports are not your thing.
Because we're a little bit farther from classes, everybody kind of hangs out together on the quad lawn, and sometimes they'll set up outdoor movie nights on the quad lawn that everybody is invited to. So we have a great community.
On every floor, there are resident tutors who serve as sort of residential advisors for you. Each house will have a race relations tutor or a pre-law tutor or a BGLTQ plus tutor. And so no matter sort of what you're interested in doing or sort of what you identify as, you have somebody in the house who can be a sort of resource for you.
Once a month, the faculty deans invite a group of students into their residence to cook a meal that one student has suggested. It's a really great way for people to come together, make something, bond a little bit through food.
When I talk to my friends who don't go to Harvard from back home, that they're always surprised to hear that I'm still living on campus, like even as a junior. And I think that's something that is different from many other schools in the country, but that I think is a really unique aspect of Harvard that allows you to build these relationships, to really get to know other students, and to be a part of not only your house community, but to feel like you're a part of the Harvard community in general.
Adams is basically my life at Harvard. Every year, every day I meet new people. You see them every day after that in the dining hall, and you can't unsee it, which is truly amazing.
All of us are living together all the time, and you see people, you know, on their way to dinner at the same time as you a couple times a week, and you figure out what their schedule is and who they are. You know, I'm gonna be really sad to leave this place and leave, you know, having so many people that I know I have at least something in common with just in living in the same place as them. So I don't think that there's anything else like it.